You know that feeling when the room goes quiet, not because everyone stopped talking, but because someone walked in who changes the air pressure just by breathing. It is a sudden drop in temperature that makes the hair on your arms stand up. You look around and catch a pair of eyes staring right through you, peeling back the layers of your polite smile to see the messy truth underneath. That sensation is not accidental. It is the biological warning system nature gave you to recognize a predator, or perhaps a protector, depending on which side of the line you stand on. We are talking about the energy that rules the hidden corners of the human experience. Most people make the mistake of thinking they can play games with this energy. They think a little white lie or a small betrayal will go unnoticed. They are wrong. You can hide things from the light, but you cannot hide things from the dark, and that is exactly where this sign lives, comfortably. I am Madame Tina. I have spent over 20 years sitting across from people, reading their charts and watching how the stars influence the chaotic beauty of their lives. I have seen the strongest men break down and the quietest women rise like queens. In all my decades of study, there is one pattern that remains the most terrifying and the most magnificent. It is the specific code written into the birth date of a Scorpio. You might think you know this sign. You have heard about the sting, the jealousy, the passion. But that is just the surface level, the stuff you read in magazines. The real danger and the real power depends entirely on the specific week and day they arrived on this earth. By the time we finish today, you will understand exactly why you never cross a Scorpio, and you will have the manual to identify which kind of intensity you are dealing with. Let us get straight into the mechanics of this water sign. Scorpio is fixed water. Imagine a deep, dark lake that looks calm on top, but has currents underneath that could pull a house down. They are ruled by Pluto, the planet of death and rebirth, and Mars, the planet of war and action. This combination creates a human being who is constantly destroying and rebuilding themselves. But here is the secret most people miss. The flavor of that destruction changes as the season progresses. A Scorpio born in October is playing a completely different game than one born in late November. We have to start with the first tier, the deceptively charming ones. If you know a Scorpio born between October 23rd and October 30th, you are dealing with the diplomats of the dark. These people are born right after the sun leaves Libra, and they kept some of that Venus energy in their pockets. They are the most dangerous kind of enemy because you will never see them coming. They do not look like the stereotypical brooding Scorpio. They smile. They know how to make conversation. They have a social grace that disarms you immediately. You find yourself telling them your deepest secrets within 5 minutes of meeting them. That is their weapon. The October 23rd to 30th group operates like expert spies. Because they sit on that border with Libra, they value balance, but they enforce it with Scorpio intensity. If you cross them, they will not scream at you in public. They will not slash your tires. Instead, they will orchestrate a situation where you ruin yourself. They are the chess players who move a pawn 3 weeks in advance so that you trip over it today. Their memory is absolute. They remember the tone of voice you used in an argument 4 years ago. The danger here is underestimating them because they seem so nice. Do not be fooled. Behind that polite exterior is a surveillance camera that never turns off. They are constantly gathering data on your emotional state, your weaknesses, and your desires. They use this for good, often being the best therapists or advisors, but if you betray them, they use that same data to dismantle your reputation without ever raising their voice. They are the iron fist in the velvet glove. Moving deeper into the season, the energy shifts dramatically. We leave the influence of Libra behind and enter the raw, unfiltered core of the sign. If you were born, or know someone born, between October 31st and November 7th, pay very close attention. This is what I call the Phoenix Zone. These dates represent the purest concentrate of Scorpio energy. The influence of Pluto and Mars here is so strong, it is almost radioactive. There is no filter, no social mask, and absolutely no patience for superficiality. People born in this window are the ones who give the sign its reputation for being intense and intimidating. When you look into their eyes, you do not see a reflection. You see an abyss. These are the people who have walked through hell multiple times in this lifetime and came back with souvenirs. Their life story often reads like a dramatic movie script. They deal with crises that would break an average person, yet they wake up the next morning, drink their coffee, and keep moving. The danger of crossing a Scorpio from this specific week is that they do not fear pain. You cannot threaten someone with fire if they have already burned to ash and rebuilt themselves. The dark secret of the October 31st to November 7th group is their X-ray vision. It is actually uncomfortable to be around them sometimes because they smell lies. It is a physical sensation for them. If you try to fake an emotion or hide a motive, they feel it in their gut instantly. They might not call you out right away. They will sit there watching you dig your own grave with your lies, waiting for the perfect moment to reveal that they knew the truth the entire time. Their intensity is magnetic. You are drawn to them because they make you feel more alive. But that same intensity can consume you if you are not grounded. They love with a ferocity that can feel like possession. For them, love is a merger of souls. If you break that bond, you are not just an ex-partner. You are a traitor to the soul contract. Before we go deeper into the November-born Scorpios, I want you to take a second and think about the energy we are discussing. It is heavy, right? It is real. If you are feeling this connection, if you understand that life is more than just what we see on the surface, I invite you to join our community. Click that subscribe button right now. It is just a click for you, but for us, it is a signal that you are ready to stop swimming in the shallow end and dive deep where the real treasures are hidden. We need more souls like you who aren't afraid of the dark. Now, back to this intense middle group. The archetype here is the sorcerer or the alchemist. They take the lead of life, the trauma, the betrayal, the grief, and they turn it into gold. They are the healers who can sit with you in your darkest hour because they have been there. But the shadow side is obsession. If a Scorpio from this period decides they want something, or someone, they will pursue it until they get it, or until they destroy themselves trying. There is no giving up in their vocabulary. This creates a dangerous blind spot where they can become vindictive if they feel they have been wronged. They do not just want an apology, they want a transformation. They want you to understand exactly how much you hurt them, and they will make you feel it. It is not about cruelty, it is about emotional justice. To them, an eye for an eye is the only math that makes sense. As we push past the first week of November, the vibration changes again. We enter the territory of the builders. This applies to Scorpios born between November 8th and November 14th. If the previous group was a wildfire, this group is a volcano that has turned into a solid mountain. There is a heavy influence of structure and resilience here. These people are not just emotional storms, they are architects of power. They take that raw Martian energy and channel it into building legacies that last forever. The danger of crossing a November 8th to 14th Scorpio lies in their patience. They are the masters of the long game. While the October Scorpios might react quickly with a sharp tongue, and the early November Scorpios might react with an explosion of emotion, this group waits. They have a terrifying level of self-control. They can sit across from someone they despise, eat a full dinner, sign a contract, and never let a single muscle in their face twitch. They are waiting for the moment when you are weakest and they are strongest. It might take 10 years. They do not care. Time is on their side. They are driven by a need to build something that cannot be destroyed. This often manifests in their careers or their families. They are fiercely protective, almost like a mafia don protecting the family business. Loyalty is their currency. If you are loyal to them, they will carry you up the mountain on their backs. They will fight the world for you. But if you betray that loyalty, you cease to exist in their world. It is a cold, hard detachment. They do not usually engage in messy drama. They simply cut the cord. It is a surgical removal. You might wake up one day and realize you have been completely erased from their life, blocked on every level, and there is no way back in. This group also struggles with a specific shadow, the need for absolute control. Because they are building such big lives, they are terrified of chaos. They try to micromanage outcomes, people, and emotions. They can become power-hungry, not for attention, but for security. They need to know that nothing can knock down what they have built. This makes them incredibly reliable leaders, but also very difficult partners if you value your freedom. They want to know where you are, who you are with, and what you are thinking, not necessarily out of jealousy, but out of risk management. They treat relationships like an investment portfolio. High risk is not allowed. Understanding this mid-November energy helps you see why they are often the ones running the show behind the scenes. They do not need the spotlight. They need the power. The spotlight fades, but power remains. They are the resilient survivors who can lose everything: money, status, home, and simply start over the next morning with a brick and some mortar, confident they will build it back twice as high. Their spirit is unbreakable, which makes them formidable opponents and invaluable allies. Finally, we reach the summit. The top-tier commanders born between November 15th and November 20th. This is the crescendo of the Scorpio season. These individuals are born just before the sun moves into Sagittarius, and you can feel that incoming fire energy mixing with the deep water. This creates steam, and steam powers engines. These are the most unstoppable people in the zodiac. They combine the emotional depth of Scorpio with a vision that expands toward the horizon. The danger here is pure authority. These people walk into a room and naturally take charge. It is not an aggressive takeover. It is simply that everyone else senses they know what they are doing. They have a regal quality to them. If you cross a Scorpio from this final week, you are not just fighting a person. You are fighting a force of nature. They have a sense of destiny that drives them. They believe they are here for a specific purpose, and anyone who stands in the way of that purpose is simply collateral damage. They do not have time for petty games. They will bulldoze through obstacles with a determination that is frightening to witness. We also have to talk about the special hybrids, the people born on the cusps. If you were born right at the start, around October 23rd or 24th, you are on the cusp of drama and beauty. You have the lethal sting of Scorpio wrapped in the beautiful aesthetics of Libra. You can charm a cobra. You are a master of seduction in all forms, using words and appearances to get exactly what you want. Then, if you were born on the very end, around November 21st, you are on the cusp of revolution. You mix the secret-keeping ability of Scorpio with the blunt honesty of Sagittarius. This is a volatile mix. You are the truth-teller who exposes the family secrets at Thanksgiving dinner because you believe the truth sets people free, even if it hurts. Ultimately, regardless of the specific date, the dark secret of every Scorpio is that they are constantly at war with their own nature. They feel a pull toward the darkness, toward jealousy, toward control. The work of their life is to master these impulses and turn them into healing. A Scorpio who has not mastered their shadow is a dangerous person who hurts others to avoid feeling their own pain. But a Scorpio who has done the work, they are the most powerful healers, leaders, and lovers on the planet. They have faced the darkness within themselves, so nothing in the world can scare them. That is the true danger of the Scorpio. They force you to look in the mirror. They strip away your pretenses and demand that you be real. If you are living a lie, a Scorpio will destroy that lie, and you might hate them for it in the moment. But later, you will realize they liberated you. They are the surgeons of the soul, cutting out the infection so the body can heal. It hurts, but it saves your life. I want to hear from you now. It is your turn to speak. Are you a Scorpio who feels misunderstood? Or maybe you have a story about loving or fighting one of these intense souls. Tell me your birth date, and tell me if this resonates with your spirit. Drop your story in the comments below. I read them, and I love seeing how these energies play out in your real lives. Do not be shy. This is a safe space for deep truths. And if you want to understand how this water energy interacts with the other powerful forces in the universe, or perhaps you are curious about the sign that breaks the Scorpio heart the most, you need to click on this next video appearing on your screen. It is the missing piece of the puzzle you have been looking for.